Durango High School is where I got involved in theater. That was the first real, like, I want to do theater. It's like, I want to make my life doing this, was because of that. And I went to Fort Lewis College to study acting and I was majored in English, so I was writing a lot and telling stories that way, but I was also like, I will be an actor. And then I went off to graduate school to be an actor. And I wrote a play when I was there, and it was done at a New Play Festival, and that was well received. I was like, oh, I'll be a playwright and an actor. I can do both these things. Along the way, I got married, and we had a child, so she went back to work, so I stayed home with our son when he was a baby, which cut way down on my acting time, but meant I could write. So whenever he would nap, I would write. And we actually have photos of me like sitting in his playpen, like writing while he's like running around the outside of it, so he wouldn't bother me. But he turned out fine. He said he's safe. He totally was safe. So I was lucky. I wrote a few more plays. Those got produced, and then I started just kind of slowly drifting over and doing more and more writing, and started earning money that way. And then, and so the acting kind of just faded away. We can order. Yeah, we should order. Definitely. Yeah, let's go and order. Take a pause. You just edit it. Jump cut. I'll suddenly be like way over here talking. Okay. Denver omelet. Holy moly. All right. Thank you.
What's it like coming back to your alma mater as a writer and having one of your plays produced?
I don't know yet. That's a great question. I don't know yet. I guarantee you, not only at for the obvious reasons would I not be sitting here today were it not for Fort Lewis College, but I would not be writing plays, I don't think, were it not for Fort Lewis College. I was acting on everything I could get my hands on. There was the Fort Lewis Theater Group, and then there was also a group called The Company that was run by Anna Price and Dennis Johnson. So I would go from shows at Fort Lewis, rehearsing in the afternoon, down to rehearse in the evening at The Company, and then I would be rehearsing, and so I just went back and forth. There were actually years where I was doing like 12 shows a year. I was learning about playwriting because I was like ingesting all these great playwrights. I mean, we were doing Shakespeare and Sam Shepard and Moliere and all these things. I was, learning these lines, listening to other people do these lines night after night after night, and just really taking them into my body and ingesting them. So then when I started trying to find my voice as a writer, I had all of this vocabulary to choose from, and kind of this, I wouldn't call it encyclopedic knowledge, but it was encyclopedic experience. It was because of Fort Lewis, because of all the opportunities, because again, we just kept doing shows and shows and shows, and I leapt at every chance I had. So yeah, I would definitely say I would not be a playwright were it not for Fort Lewis. I think, yeah. True story.